I'm convinced we found evidence of life on Mars in the 1970s. On July 30th, 1976, the LR returned its initial results from Mars. Amazingly, they were positive. As the experiment progressed, a total of 4 positive results, supported by 5 varied controls, streamed down from the twin Viking spacecraft, landed some 4,000 miles apart. The data curves signaled the detection of microbial respiration on the red planet. The curves from Mars were similar to those produced by LR tests of soils on Earth. It seemed we had answered that ultimate question. When the Viking molecular analysis experiment failed to detect organic matter, the essence of life, however, NASA concluded that the LR had found a substance mimicking life, but not life. Inexplicably, over the 43 years since Viking, none of NASA's subsequent Mars landers has carried a life detection instrument to follow up on these exciting results. Instead, the agency launched a series of missions to Mars to determine whether there was ever a habitat suitable for life, and, if so, eventually to bring samples to Earth for biological examination. Now, after reading that, what does that sound like to you? It sounds like they've already discovered life on Mars back in the 70s and just covered it up. Why? Was it too soon to disclose that discovery? I don't know, it just seems as though they have been pretending to make discoveries of things they already know are there. So, even if everything they are showing us is real, it's still ultimately all a lie if they are hiding things and withholding information. There are people out there who are like Batman when it comes to the detective work behind all things Mars. And what they are suggesting is that this is all just 100% fake. Let's put the theory of flat Earth to the side for a moment and just focus on what we know to be Mars. There is a huge mixture of fact and fiction here. But one of the concerns here is the amount of resources put into these projects. Money. Because the truth is, most people on the planet don't really care. They are not walking around thinking about Mars. To most people, Mars is just a light in the sky. It's only news to people who look deeper into this stuff. Go ahead and try to talk to a stranger about Mars. They'll think you're from Mars. How many of you have heard of Devon Island? I'm sure many of you watching now absolutely have. But for those of you who may have heard of it or don't know much about it, if there was a place anywhere in the world that you would use as a Mars backdrop, it's Devon Island. This is an uninhabited island in the Arctic archipelago in Canada. Most, if not all of the ground there, stays frozen all year long. A third is ice-capped. However, about 45 to 50 days out of the year, there is no snow. So what you have is this wasteland of scattered rocks with an annual temperature of minus 16 degrees Celsius. No plants, no animals. Now in 2001, and you may find this fascinating, a group of researchers wanted to study how humans might live and work on other planets like Mars. So they started the Houghton Mars Project on Devon Island. It is operated by the Mars Society and funded by NASA, of course. And this is all done at a research base called FMARS, the Flashline Mars Arctic Research Station. And this station is in a 23-kilometer diameter crater that was formed some 39 million years ago when a 2-kilometer projectile hit the Earth there. The impact was so great it brought rocks that were buried up to the surface. And because everything there is frozen, no running water, there's very little erosion or weathering, the area always looks relatively the same. This photo, of course, is not a photo of Mars. It's Devon Island. But it looks awfully similar to the photos they show us of Mars. Looking at this also makes you feel like, you know what? If they wanted, they sure could fake everything that is going on Mars right there at Devon Island.